Good morning class, I'm Chris Byron, your instructor in Teaching Common Competency in Industrial Arts. Before we start our day, may I request everyone to please stand up. And yes, Jeneline, please lead the prayer. Amen. Okay, thank you Jeneline. So before take your seat, please align your chair properly and take the pieces of paper under your chair. Alright, Nana, may I know the absences today? Wow, surprisingly, there are no absent. So, I guess you're now ready for our new topic. Now, before we proceed, let's have a short recap. Yesterday, we discussed about electrical safety sign. Now, give me an example of electrical safety sign. Yes, Jeneline. Very good. Okay, next. What is the purpose of electrical safety sign? Yes, one. Wow, very good. For my last question, why is it important to know the electrical hazard sign? Yes, Crystal. Very good. So, I think you're ready for our new topic. So, before we start our discussion, I prepared a game to enliven your thoughts. And this game is what we call jumbled letters. And this game you just have to arrange the jumbled letters properly to create a word that related to the picture. So let's start. Okay, who wants to answer the first picture? Yes, Jeneline. Very good. Okay, next picture. Yes, Florina. Okay, excellent. Okay, for the last one picture, who would like to answer? Yes, Guinevere. Wow, very good. So, good job, class. Now, based in activity we have done, what do you think is our lesson for today? Yes, Jeneline? Nice, very good. So, our topic for today is about basic electrical tools and materials. So, what do you think the difference between tools and materials? Anyone? Yes, one. Very good. So, based on basic electrical tools are used to work on an electrical system to save time, effort, and resources. Not every job will require specialty tools, but using the right tool for the job will make all the difference. So, based on the definition, when we use electrical tools on an electrical system, we save time, effort, and resources. Aside from that, when we use electrical tools, everything we do will be easier. For example, if you have an electrical cable, if you have an electrical cable to cut, we'll just use pliers and we'll cut it quickly. So electrical tools are very important to us. So those are the examples of electrical tools that we will discuss. Screwdrivers. These tools are made of steel, hardened and tempered at the tip, used to loosen or tighten screws with slotted heads. They come in various sizes and shapes. So I think all of us are familiar with screwdriver. A screwdriver is a tool that is used for turning screws to loosen or tighten. So we have 4 types of screwdrivers. First is a standard flat screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, Stabby screwdriver, and the last one is Allen screwdriver or Allen wrench. So we have a hand tools na screwdriver. First one is standard flat screwdriver. The standard or flat screwdriver is a very simple yet useful tool. It is most commonly used to remove and replace slotted screws. And look at the picture at the tip. is wedge shaped and resemble as negative sign. So that's the sign that is a standard or flathead screwdriver. Okay, next is Phillips screwdriver. So if the flathead screwdriver is a negative sign, the Phillips screwdriver has a head with pointed edge in the shape of the cross of positive sign, which fits neatly into the cross slots of a Phillips screw. And next feature is stubby screwdriver. So we will notice the difference between this screwdriver from the two that we discussed earlier. This stubby screwdriver is short compared to flat and Phillips screwdrivers, and it is uses mainly reaches into tight areas to adjust fasteners. Regular or standard screwdriver are cannot be used. And the last one feature is the Allen screwdriver or Allen wrench, a simple driver for bolts or screws that have heads with internal hexagonal recesses. Allen wrench are formed from a single piece of hard steel hexagonal rod having blunt ends that fit snugly into a similarly shaped screw sockets. And next tool is hammers. These are tools used in driving or pounding and pulling out nails. They are made of hard steel, wood, plastic, or rubber. And again, I think you are familiar with a hammer. So based on the definition, hammer is a tool, most often hand tool, consisting of a weight head fixed or a long handle that swung to deliver an impact to a small area of an object. This can be, for example, to drive nails into wood-shaped metal or crush rock. Hammers are used for a wide range of driving, shaping, breaking, and also pulling out nails. And hammer are used for general carpentry, farming, nail, pulling, cabinet, making, assembling furniture, upholstering, finishing, reviving, bending, or shaping metal, striking masonry drills, and steel chisel, and so on. And we have three types of hammer: claw hammer, mallet or rubber head hammer, ball peen hammer, and the first feature is claw hammer. Claw hammer is a hammer primarily used in carpentry for driving nails into or pulling them from the wood, and this type of hammer is best for woodworking. And next one is mallet hammer or mallet rubber head hammer. A mallet hammer is a rubber head used when a softer blow is called for then that delivered by a wooden mallet or metal hammer. Rubber mallets are used to bend and shape sheet metal since they don't leave marks, as well as for forcing tight-fitting wooden parts together for shifting plasterboard into place and upholstery. And the last one, basic hand tools, is ball peen hammer. Ball peen hammer is a hammer with two ends on the head, and one that is round and the other is flat. A ball peen is a good choice for working with metal. Its steel head is harder than that claw hammer, so it's less likely to chip on impact. And next hand tools is pliers. These are made from metal with insulators in the handle and are used for cutting, twisting, bending, holding, and clipping wires and cables. So pliers are made in various shapes and sizes and for many uses. Some are used for clipping something round like a pipe or rod. Some are used for twisting wires, and others are designed to be used for a combination of tasks, including cutting wire. So we have different types of pliers. Those are combination linesman's plier, diagonal cutting pliers, long nose or needle nose plier. The first feature is combination linesman plier. This is usually used for gripping, holding, and cutting electrical wires and cables, and even small things. They are usually used by linemen in doing heavy tasks. And also, combination pliers are shorter and have a lighter design with narrow tabor jaws and similar to long nose pliers. And next is diagonal cutting pliers. The diagonal cutting pliers, proper use of diagonal cutting pliers for work involving cutting and skinning wires, cutting and removing pins, nails, and other fasteners. So this plier seems to be focused on cutting. And the last one is long nose or needle nose plier. So long nose and needle nose plier. Immediately notice the different shape of this plier to others because the length of the snout is visible. And long nose or needle nose plier is used by artisans, jewelry designers, electricians, network engineers, and other tradesmen to bend or reposition and snip wire. Their namesake long nose gives excellent control and provides convenience. Because of their long shape, they are useful for reaching into small areas where cables or other materials have become stuck or unreachable with fingers. And next tool is wire stripper. A wire stripper is a small hand tool used to strip the electrical insulation from electric wires. So we can notice the iron part of it has different shapes. It describes the different sizes that can be stripped from electric wires. Okay, next tool is electrician's knife. Primary use for an electrician's knife is cutting wires and cables and stripping of used to cut boxes that carry electrical equipment. The knife is perfectly designed so that it does not harm the core wire when stripping of the insulation layer. Its blade is sharp enough to cut through the insulation layer, while its edge ensures that the core wire is not cut. And the next tool is pull-push rule. The pull-push rule, a flexible steel rule which coils into a case when not in use, with spring brake return, self-adjusting hook for internal and external reading, metric and inch readings. And next hand tools is crosscut saw and hacksaw. So, what do you think is the difference between a crosscut saw and a hacksaw? Anyone? Yes, Jeneline? Okay, very good. A crosscut saw is a specialized handsaw for manually cutting wood across the grade. Crosscut saws include a blade and a handle. And the hacksaw is a specialized handsaw for manually cutting metal, conduit, and armored cable. And next tools is spirit level. A spirit level is a device for testing to see if a surface is level. It consists of a plastic, wood, or metal frame containing a glass tube or of liquid with an air bubble on it. And different types of spirit levels may be used by carpenters, stone masons, bricklayers, and other building trades workers, surveyors, millwrights, and other metal workers. So those are the examples of fixing tools that are commonly used by electricians. And let's proceed to the basic electrical materials. Basic electrical materials are developed and constructed for a special purposes such as to control the flow of current and an electrical circuit, carry electrical current from the source to the load or current consuming apparatus, protect the houses, buildings, and appliances and instruments from any destruction and damage, hold and secure wires to its fixtures inside and outside houses and buildings. So, the following are the most used electrical materials. The first one is convenience outlet. Okay, anyone who would like to read? Yes, Nana? Okay, thank you. So, we have two types of outlets. We have flash type duplex and surface type duplex. So, it is installed directly into walls so that the outlet surface is flush, eliminating the need for cover plates, and the surface outlets means a stabilized, properly graded overland flow path between a property drainage system and an off-site storm water management facility or water of this Commonwealth. And next is male plug. A male plug, a device inserted to a continuous outlet to conduct electrical current. A flat cord is attached to it on one, and the other end is connected to a current consuming instrument or appliance. A male plug, a connector or attached to a wire, cable, or piece of hardware, having one or more exposed and shielded electrical terminals and constructed in such a way that it can be inserted and snugly into a receptacle to ensure a reliable physical and electrical connection. And next material is switch. Who would like to read? Yes, Janely? Okay, thank you. So, we have three types of switches. There are flash type, hanging type, and surface type. And just like I said earlier, flash type is installed directly into walls, while the surface type is snap switch designed for mounting on a plate surface and requiring no enclosing parts. And hanging type, people also ask what is hanging type switch. Hanging type switch is construction includes an insert carrier that is adapted to carry all of the switching elements, and which is adapted to be secured to a bottom portion of a housing that is adapted to carry the push button switch actuating mechanism. And the next material is circuit breaker. Who would like to read? Yes, Guinevere. Okay, thank you. A circuit breaker. So, I think all of us have a circuit breaker in our houses, and it's very important. And circuit breaker is an electrical safety device. It's designed to protect an electrical circuit from damage caused by an overcurrent or short circuit. Its basic function to interrupt current flow and to protect equipment and to prevent the risk of fire. And next material is junction box. Junction box, an octagonal shaped electrical material where the connection or joints of wires are being done. It is also where the flash type lamp holder is attached. So we have two types of junction box. These are PVC type and metal. In PVC type, junction boxes are lighter and easier to install than metal, and aside from that, less work and are less expensive, while the metal junction box is more durable compared to PVC. The next material is utility box. Who would like to read the definition of utility box? Yes, Nana? Alright, thank you. So, just like I said earlier, when we say PVC type, it is easy to install and cheaper, while metal is more expensive but is durable. Okay, I think this is the last example of materials, basic materials. So, clamps, electrical materials used to hold and anchor electrical conduits in its proper position. So, cable clamps are accessories for wire and cable. They are used to bundle, clip, clamp, label, guide, and protect wires and cables. Clamps play an important role in the installation and maintenance of cable systems. Cable clamps are used in home construction, automotive, rigging, and many more industrial and manufacturing applications. The clamps are available in a wide variety of types and sizes. So, Alright, so those are basic tools and materials that are commonly used by electricians. Any question or clarifications about our topics? So none. If none, I have a short quiz. This quiz, it consists of 5 questions only. And this quiz, you will just find out the name of the basic tools or materials in the picture. Okay, let's start. Number 1. Okay, number 2. Okay, number 3. Number 4. And last, number 5. Okay, let's check your answer and exchange your paper with your seatmates. Alright. So, number 1 is male flag. Number 2, blow hammer. Number 3, clamp. Next is number 3, stubby screw, number 4 is stubby screwdriver. And the last is wire stripper. Okay, let's plug the paper into your seatmate. Okay, open pipe. Wow, surprisingly, all of you got a perfect score. So, give a round of applause. So, before the end of our day, please copy your homework. And that's all for today, class. Thank you for listening, and I hope you all understand our topics and